Hello, friends. One and all, it is the Matt Murphy Radio Show underway for another day, 6 minutes after 3 o'clock. Proud to have you with us on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Let me figure this all out. Every day, something changes in here. Every day, something changes in the news, too, and we're here to cover it for you on TuneIn, Spotify, iHeart. Those are three of the various apps that you can find us on. You can find us on our own, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. We're also on Talk TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Rumble. YouTube and Rumble more used than any of the others. We appreciate your use for any of those platforms, or you can just listen on the good old radio, 99.7 FM, from Alabama to Kentucky and all points in between. We're pleased to be with you until 7 o'clock tonight, or they boot us off the radio, whichever comes first. I am joined in this exercise by young Jackson Williams. He controls the experience, making sure that everything that comes out of our speakers sounds as good as humanly possible, and we appreciate him for his hard work. Jackson, good afternoon.
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Been going 90-0, my friend. Behind Jackson is truly the straw that stirs the news drink. He is Ken Weaver. He delivers news twice an hour or when it breaks. He digs it up constantly throughout the afternoon hours, and we appreciate his work. Hey, Ken.
How about you boys?
Ken Weaver?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing well.
That's good.
I hope you are.
I'm doing real good.
Hey, I'm closing on my house tomorrow, y'all.
All right. Congratulations.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Did the old final walkthrough today.
Yes,
How'd it
sir.
look?
Look good. Needs to be painted. And, it's bigger than I thought it was. It's big.
How long was the flight back to Tennessee?
It was not a flight back to Tennessee. Jackson, y'all just need to know that this is going to become a recurring comment from Jackson Williams on the show, that Jackson understands that I'm moving out into Plum Nelly. You know what Plum Nelly is, Jackson?
I'm assuming it's the country in Egypt that
It
you
is
are?
Plum out the city and Nelly out the state. Mama used to call it Plum Nelly. He lives in Plum Nelly. I live in the middle. Well, I wouldn't say the middle of nowhere. I mean, Mount Pleasant is a lovely little place.
I've
got
heard
neighbors.
it referred to BFE.
Yeah, sure. What'd you say, Ken?
You got neighbors.
I do have neighbors.
Yeah.
I do have neighbors.
And they got a grocery store about 20 miles east.
No, we got a CB Foods right down the road there, buddy boy.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Don't have a Sam's Club anywhere near us or a BJ's.
That's,
Man, we got spoiled by the BJ's in Mount Juliet. I'll tell you that.
The hot chicken place?
No, not that BJ. That's in Murfreesboro. That's where
No, that's
Ken.
in.
no,
Is
that's
it-
in Mount Juliet.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's where that old boy was.
That's where Dan Mandis was.
I thought that was in Lebanon. Is that Lebanon?
No,
It is
that
in
was
Lebanon.
the day spa was in Lebanon.
We're going to get in trouble again.
I
Remember we
drove
made
past.
people mad?
I drove past the massage parlor a couple weeks ago.
Call Dan and asked him where he dropped his drawers out in East Tennessee. He'll tell us.
Dropped his troll.
Why did we decide that was Dan Mandis? I can't remember why we decided that.
We thought it was
Maybe it was
funny.
because it was in Mount Juliet.
It
I
was
don't know. I
because
can't
Dan
remember.
was on vacation.
That's right. And we just thought it would be funny
Yeah.
just to randomly blame Dan. But I think that should be a theme of 2026. That anytime somebody does something, we should just randomly blame Mandis. I mean, why not? Speaking of people doing things and getting blamed, so if you are new to the show in 2026, we appreciate you picking us up. Thank you. We're here for the news. We're here for the information. We're here for the comment. We're here for the opinion. And we're here for you. But we're also here for a little fun. And so you might not have known, if you're new, that Ken Weaver is a killer. A killer.
Cold-blooded murder.
Cold-blooded killer.
You boys got me all wrong, see? Yeah.
So Weaver made the mistake of telling the story about the time that he killed the woodpecker with the brick. Y'all remember that? How old were you, Ken?
10.
10.
Oh, that's a sign of a serial killer.
100%.
You know what Ted Bundy was doing when he was 10?
Killing woodpeckers with bricks.
Yeah.
So, you know what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing?
Killing the wood and then eating the woodpecker.
Anyway. So, Weaver, you received, remember the gift you got, the brick inside of the glass?
It is in my studio at home right there in Little Breakfast Nook.
Absolutely love it. So Ken received a little an enclosed brick that was enclosed in metal, and it was glass on the front, and it said, "In case of woodpecker, break glass."
Yes, sir.
Well, you have. I've received. I don't know if you can see it right here. It says to Matt Murphy, a gift by a listener, and I opened up the gift,
Yeah.
and it says on the inside of it, I'll just read it to you, and then I'll show you.
Okay.
Pocket-sized Ken Weaver delivered as promised. And then it says, I'm Ken Weaver, damn it. And then it has, it's a little Gumby. They put a beard on. And look, he's holding a little brick in one hand, and he's got birds that I assume are supposed to be woodpecker. They're little rubber chickens.
Oh.
But look, that's not all. We got more birds in here and more bricks. There's plenty of bricks, Ken. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a little BB gun in there?
No BB gun, just a bunch of bricks for you. Oh man. So that's coming your way, buddy. And look, I really, really like the likeness and the goatee. That's pretty good.
You know what's been happening, boys, ever since I told that story?
What's that?
I enjoy watching birds on these YouTube channels whenever I'm just kind of reading or something like that. And I am not kidding you. I turn on some of those videos, and the first bird that lands in the feeder is a freaking woodpecker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The algorithm knows, Ken.
Ken's broke 3 TVs with bricks.
Just blam! Oh, dang it. Weaver's
Woodpeckers don't eat seeds, do they?
I thought woodpeckers ate like bugs in the wood.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of pecking the wood.
I'm telling you, man, it's karma.
You peck the wood. I mean, they pop the wood with their beak, and then they get the worms or the critters
or
out.
Something out of it.
They pop the pepperoni off its pie.
And here's the thing: those woodpeckers look just like that one.
You remember its eyes.
I remember it. That it traumatized me.
Well, can you imagine how its family felt?
Well,
did you eat it, Ken?
I don't know if it had a family.
Did you eat it?
No, I didn't eat it.
What'd you do with it?
I wonder what woodpecker tastes like. Chicken?
Well, I hid it because I didn't want to get in trouble.
See, it's amazing to me that this story that you told, and I guess it is because they don't expect it out of you, Ken. I told a similar story on the same day. When I got my BB gun,
Right.
I went out back, and my grandpa was a hunter, and we eventually went dove hunting and duck hunting and quail and all manner of bird and all manner of hunting. But I was in the backyard, and I decided I wanted to kill me a bird, and I killed a bird with my BB gun, and I felt horrible.
It's terrible, man.
I felt terrible afterwards.
Did it make a noise?
It wasn't quite dead, and I had to finish it up.
See?
Did you grab your brick?
No, I did not do it with a brick. I'm not cruel,
See,
Jackson.
Murphy, you're doing it, man.
Did you just shoot it again?
No, I did. I actually put I do remember that. I put the thing down to its neck.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, you got to finish it off. It was suffering.
It was suffering.
What kind of bird?
It was a bluebird.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
What do you mean? Why is that worse?
It's not like a pigeon.
Well, they're sweet little birds, those bluebirds.
Well, I disagree. Bluebirds are mean.
Oh, you're talking about a blue jay.
Yeah, like a blue jay.
Oh, yeah, blue jays are real mean.
This dog is.
Yeah, they go into other birds' nests and kill their eggs.
Yeah, they're not sweet birds,
No,
Jackson, like woodpeckers. Woodpeckers don't bother anybody. Woodpeckers are so beneficial to the community because woodpeckers clean up the insects.
Hell, they don't in Marshall, Texas.
Well, that one didn't.
That woodpecker found out.
Yes.
Speaking of FAFO, I guess that's what we're finding out regarding the Western Hemisphere and Donald Trump and Venezuela. We talked about it yesterday. We'll give you an update today and play some of the audio from earlier today with President Donald Trump regarding Venezuela. We'll also talk about January 6th. Today is January 6th, 2025. It is 5 years since January 6th, 2020. I'm willing to take any and all telephone calls regarding what happened at the United States Capitol on January 6th, 2020. But I'm about to tell you the entirety of my commentary on it in the next 30 seconds. The entirety of my commentary regarding January 6th, 2020. I believe that what happened on January 6th, 2020 at the United States Capitol was unfortunate. It was a shame, and it was a sad day in the United States of America. And I find it even sadder that we have never gotten to the real truth about how what happened that day. Sadly, emotions got the better of individuals, and they did things they should not have done. They ran roughshod over the Capitol in a way that they should not have done. Not everyone, not even most of them. But they were led to that point, and they were led to a boiling point for reasons that we, as Americans, have never gotten to the bottom of. And we've not gotten to the bottom of it because there are entities inside the hall of the United States Capitol, inside the hallways. There are entities inside the Beltway in Washington, D.C. There are individuals all across the United States of America. And there are media organizations that do not want that day to be anything other than the narrative that they set down in the immediate aftermath of it. We have learned so much about it. Yet, sadly, there is much more to know about how that day went down and why it went down in the way that it did. And we'll never get to the bottom of it because there are powerful entities that will not allow it. And that is what I have to say about this day and that day. TB says it's Ray Epps Day. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We've learned some since Donald Trump became the 47th president of the United States of America roughly 1 year ago, but not nearly enough about the level of infiltration on the part of the bureaucratic systems, the deep state bureaucratic systems that are inside of our government that desire to accomplish certain goals set out on 1/6/2020. I don't pretend to have all of the answers. I don't, nor do you. I can speculate till the cows come home. Was it a shame that people broke into the Capitol, busted out windows? Yeah, that was a shame. Was it a shame that we apparently had agents of the federal government embedded within that crowd and inflamed the passions of said crowd? Yeah. And we'll never know the totality of what went down. Because sadly, there are entities that do not wish us to know. And that is what I have to say about that. I have a lot to say about this story that came out, and I know that Ken Weaver has been reporting on it throughout the course of the day. I found out about this. I guess I saw a news report about it yesterday. More than 100 Tennessee law enforcement agencies reported arresting at least one person suspected of driving under the influence, only to discover that no alcohol or drugs were in their system. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reported the numbers to Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally and House Speaker Cameron Sexton as required by a new law passed unanimously April 15th. I wonder how long this has been going on. I know that the police have a difficult job. And we on the Matt Murphy Show fully support law enforcement in their efforts to keep the peace, protect the people in the given municipalities or the state or whatever area they are designated as keepers of the peace. We appreciate them. But we also have to protect the innocent. And these numbers are shameful. Absolutely shameful. And there's no excuse for them. There's no excuse that over one person per day last year was arrested for DUI that was not under the influence. You cannot tell me that in 2025, now 2026, that we do not have some system in place to prevent this. And sadly, and you guys know I'm telling you the truth, there are municipalities in the state of Tennessee that like it this way, and they err on the side of arrest because they make money when they err on the side of arrest. And that's not the way that it ought to be. We'll talk to you about it coming up. Taking your calls all afternoon long. We got a lot of guests to tell you about, to include Senator Bill Hagerty. He'll be here at 4:05 this afternoon to talk about Venezuela and other matters. Your call's on the way. It's Super Talk 99.7 WTN and the Matt Murphy Show. What's going on? Super Talk 99.7 WTN, 38 after the hour of 3. Happy to be with you this Tuesday afternoon. By the way, it's episode 952. I just did the math. I'm off tomorrow to close on the house. And then I'm off on, we scheduled the move on January 19th. So those are the only 2 days off that I have at the beginning of the year. The 19th, I think, is MLK Day, that Monday. So if my math is correct, we will hit episode 1,000, gentlemen, on March 18th. Huh?
Yeah, what do you know about that?
How about that? Big celebration happening on March 18th.
Yes, sir.
Be a hell of a lot bigger than that Y2K.
Yeah.
Come on, we should. We need to go out and party. I mean, 1,000. That's a big deal.
We'll go hop on one of those pedal taverns.
Come on, Ken. I like the way you're thinking. Jackson, you in on it?
I'm down.
All right.
But let's make sure we join other people who are willing to paddle.
So those things have motors, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But you got to pedal.
Well, you don't have to pedal.
You have to pedal.
What do you mean you have to pedal?
I think that's part of the.
See, that's why I wouldn't work well on a pedal tavern. Because, I mean, as soon as dude, I've just paid to be on this pedal tavern. And as soon as dude tells me I have to pedal, I'm done pedaling. I'll pedal until I'm told I have to pedal. Then I'm not pedaling. I paid you. You crank up that motor, buddy boy. Let's go. Let these little fillies over here that I don't know that came into town for the bachelorette party, let them do some pedaling.
Let them do the pedaling.
Yeah. Have you ever been on a pedal tavern, Jackson?
Luckily, no.
Yeah, and I was just kidding.
You don't want to go?
No, I don't want to do a pedal tavern.
How much do you think those things cost?
I have no idea.
Jackson, look that up, would you? Make yourself useful.
Now,
How much does admission, or how much is the unit?
Oh, that's a fair question. How much?
Jackson?
How much does it cost? What you think I want to start a side hustle? A little pedal tavern action from 10 Music Circle East. That might not be a bad idea, as a matter of fact. A Super Talk 99.7 WTN pedal tavern experience.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess it's $50 a piece.
You're right on, $49.
Good Lord, have mercy.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That is, man. I wonder what it is to ride that double-decker bus that drives people around.
If you
don't
want
know.
a private tour, it's $395 to $450.
Goodness.
What? So we got double-decker buses. That's the hop on, hop off, right, Ken?
I think
And it's
so.
BYOB.
Whoa. That $49 doesn't even include hooch?
No, you
No.
got to take your own.
What the hell are those tabs on there for?
And you have to sign a waiver.
In case something goes awry.
In case something like 911 Nashville happens.
Oh, Lord. Is that tonight?
No, it comes back Thursday. I'll have a review on Friday.
An embarrassment to the entire city, that show. And I
don't
say
know, this I'm excited about this season premiere. They left a cliffhanger on it.
he is supposed to be on like episode 11.
I think this is episode 7.
So I know the plot of episode 11, and I cannot tell anyone the plot because she was sworn to secrecy, and I'm not supposed to know, but she told me.
Did she sign a bunch of documents?
Oh, yeah. She just non-disclosures and all that.
Then you shouldn't have said that she told you on the radio,
Why not? I mean,
because that's violating the terms
We're
of
in-
said documents.
we're husband and wife. What are you talking about?
I'm sure.
What happens in the marital bedroom is nobody's business, Jackson.
Well, you just made it the Walt Disney Company's business.
Oh,
So
wow.
Mickey Mouse is now involved.
One way or the okay, then I'm lying. I was just doing that for a show. She didn't really tell me. That
Good
better?
stuff.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Pedal taverns and Y2K. Pedal taverns are the worst thing I've ever done in my life in Nashville. That says Brad. And that includes a questionable hookup one time. Wow.
Right there on the pedal tavern?
No.
The logistics there are just.
Young man, you cannot do that on the Pedal Tavern.
Sir.
Excuse me, sir, I'm going to need to ask you to put those blue jeans back on.
You two need to get a room.
What? I want to know why they have taps if we have to buy our own beer.
This might have just. I mean, this was just the company I looked at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because the one.
They look like they have taps.
I'm sure the tap is more expensive.
I would think so.
I bet it's $80 a person.
Look up girls falling off of pedal taverns. Okay. Congratulations, Matt, on buying a house. How exciting. My husband and I are very happy for you. Thank you guys for keeping us educated and informed. Well, you're welcome, 0396.
Well, that's nice.
I remember what we were talking about. March 18th is our 1,000th
Yes.
episode
Yes, sir.
of the Matt Murphy Show on Super Talk 99.7 WTN in Nashville, Tennessee. Very exciting. And someone needs to fact check me on this. I've gotten days mixed up because I was counting. My counter on the episodes that I have been on radio is accurate. But I have screwed up my Donald Trump counter. We've been doing the Donald Trump counter, and it says here 356 of 1,460, and I don't think that math's correctly. Because I think Trump was inaugurated on January 20th, and that's 14 days. And if you add 14 to 56, that would be 370. So I think I'm off. So someone correct my math.
It has been 351 days.
Oh, okay, so I was off by 5 days. I don't know how that happened. All right. Thank you, Jackson, for correcting. You're someone.
That's the way to go, Brother Jackson.
Appreciate that. Let's talk to David, who is first up on the Matt Murphy Show on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hello, David.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, man? Congrats on the new house.
Well, thank you, brother. What's on your mind?
Yeah. So my take on the Jan 6 thing is for maybe kind of on a lesser degree, but I think it to me, it reeks of like a Reichstag fire type thing. Like, they knew all these people were coming. They turned down, extra security because they knew that the optics were going to be such that it turned out to be what it was. And with the number of FBI sources, and we'll never find out about actual agents, I'm guessing, but with the number of FBI sources that have been proven to have been in that crowd, I can't help but think that they let that happen on purpose, just for the optics of it. And I'm not one who's prone to conspiracy theories, but certainly the left has shown that there is nothing too low or nothing too underhanded or nefarious that they wouldn't try to retain power.
Well, obviously they were. When you say they, you're talking about the political left or the bureaucracy, the deep state.
Yes,
all of it. Yeah,
correct.
I believe that there were deep state operatives that were there to inflame the passions of individuals that legitimately felt like that the election of 2020 had been stolen from Donald Trump and, by extension, from themselves. And I'm not here to, and David, thank you for the call, I'm not here to relitigate that conversation. I do not believe for a moment that the election was stolen based on voting machine rigging. I do believe the election was stolen based on how they changed the rules. Stolen in the sense of they changed the rules in the middle of the game as to how individuals could vote against the laws of various states, giving Democrats an opportunity to harvest votes that they would not otherwise have harvested were it not for the change in voting law against state law that happened in November of 2020. All of that said, I do believe that there were federal agents that had infiltrated the crowd. I do believe that they were there in part to inflame the passions and the emotions of said crowd. That does not excuse some of the behavior of individuals that chose to unlawfully break into the United States Capitol. We have to have rules in place. We have rules about access to the United States Capitol for very good reason. The United States Capitol was attacked in the 1950s. Most people don't remember this or recognize. Remember when the Puerto Rican Nationals opened fire from the House gallery onto members of Congress? I think it was in Jackson, give me a fact check on this. Puerto Rican Nationals opened fire, U.S. House of Representatives. I'm going to guess 1958. 1950 and 8 is my guess. Let's see how off I am. But that happened. What do you got?
1954.
Ah, off by 4 years. 1954. It certainly did happen. And in the aftermath of that, it was decided that we had to set up rules to protect House of Representative members in the United States Capitol. Obviously, this is the people's capital. The White House, that's the people's house, but you can't just go into the White House when you want to go into the White House. And most sane human beings recognize why that is. All of that to say, I am not one to fully exonerate and excuse those who actively participated in breaking into the Capitol. Although I would say that the vast majority of the people that eventually went into the Capitol were led into the Capitol and had no idea that some of that other stuff was going on. Both of those things can be true at the same time. And it is true that we have not gotten to the bottom of how those crowds were infiltrated by operatives from the deep state. And I don't know that we'll ever get the full story and the full picture. Sandra, you're right. Waving people in is not breaking in, but there were individuals that did break in. And let's not shade the truth. The vast majority of the people that were on that property that day did nothing wrong. I knew people. I had a good friend by the name of Daryl Hubbard. We called him Big Hub because he was a big man. He had a heart attack and died in the aftermath of January 6th because he was being harassed by the FBI. He was harassed by the FBI because he went up to the steps of the Capitol and he chose not to go in. He made a decision that he didn't feel like he was comfortable with what was going on. And so on the steps of the Capitol, he actively turned around and left. He was harassed by the FBI for months. They raided the man's house, and eventually Big Hub died of a heart attack as a result. And I blame the federal government for his death. So I understand the aftermath and the ramifications, and I understand that far too many people were prosecuted and far too many people were sent to jail as a result of what happened. That doesn't excuse the few that engaged in unlawful activity. And I think both of those things, reasonable people can agree, can be true at the same time. All of that to say, I don't know that we'll ever get the full story and the full picture of what went down January 6, 2021. Craig is next up, wants to talk about DUIs. Craig, thank you for your call. How are you?
Hey, Matt. Congratulations on the house there, and I agree with you pretty much on January 6th, just to get that out of the way.
Well, thank you.
Full respect for law enforcement, because what's going on with me is after the fact, and it's government. And I've got one of these stupid breathalyzer boxes in my vehicle. It's been in there for over 5 years, and I can't get it out.
Is it one of these that they installed in your vehicle you have to blow in it to turn your car on?
Yeah, and I have to pay for that every month, and I also have to pay for a calibration every month. I have to take it in, so it's an ongoing thing. I've been paying over $150 a month for over 5 years now. But there's always some kind of regulation I ain't met when I try to get the thing out. Well, you ain't done this, you ain't done that. And, I spent 2 years in their programs going to see them twice a week, going to court once a month, peeing in a cup twice a week for over 2 years. And I'm 5 years in now, and they had totally destroyed my retirement. And I'm broke. I can't make my bills for month to month. I'm disabled on fixed income. So basically, I'm a poor man, and I can't get my license back because I can't come up with the money.
Craig, how many they put this on your vehicle because you had a DUI?
Correct.
Was it just was it just the one?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did they initially say that it would be on your vehicle?
A year.
And why is it that you've not been able to remove it?
Well, because there's always another regulation, something else that ain't been done, some money that ain't been paid.
All right, this is wrong. So, Craig, what I need you to do, can you communicate with me via email?
Yes, sir, I sure can.
So, if you're telling me that this was supposed to be a year that you had this breathalyzer deal on your automobile, and it's been on there for 5 years?
Yeah, but it was 5 years, actually, June of last year. So June coming up be 6 years.
No, this is not right. Have you? I'm out of time in this segment, but I want to explore this more, and I've got Senator Hagerty coming up in the next segment. Would you mind emailing me, matt@murphyshow.com, and I'll get Matt, M-A-T-T, at murphyshow.com.
Okay.
And just remind me that you're Craig and we were talking about the DUI deal, because we need to get, if what you're telling me is correct, we need to get that DUI thing off of your vehicle. You've served your quote unquote sentence, and it's time that you stopped having to pay for it.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it's my pleasure. I mean, just you hit me up and we'll try to deal with that. It's 54 after the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN.